So, how well do you know the rules? The syllabus really is the most important document you're going to see in each of the classes. It's kind of the all-binding, all-information-giving document that hopefully, if you know it, will make your life a lot easier. So how well do you know it? Let's talk about the syllabus. The syllabus is the all-important document in this class. It's the key to the universe, or at least it's the key to everything we do in this class. You need to make sure you read it, know it, live it, learn it. Save a copy of it, because I know that the second you say, I just need to find this online, I know it's up there, your internet will die or your computer will die. So save a copy of it, print off a copy, read through it, know it, and hopefully you've already done that. Let's talk about the syllabus quiz to make sure you got everything you needed to get out of this. First off, question 1. Go figure. What is the name of the final essay? If you wanted to learn this, you can go to the assignment sheet, and you should, but you can also go to the syllabus. Under assignments, I have a bit where I talk about the major assignments. And this is where I mentioned the fourth paper that we're going to be doing is the research paper. We'll talk more about the other papers in the research proposal as we get closer to them. Question 2. How do you submit your essays? Well, if you go to work format in the syllabus, it tells you how I want everything to be formatted according to MLA guidelines, 12-point Times New Roman, double-spaced, 1-inch margins, all that stuff. All work must be submitted online as an attachment in Word file format, .doc or .docx. I will not accept any file in any other format. This is important because Word is a default. Everything can open Word. And in case you don't have Word, we got you covered, because as a member of the UT community, you have access to Microsoft Office 365, the free online version. But say you prefer using something else for some reason. If you're used to Google Docs, it's fine. You can go to File, Download As, and Word is a format option. The top one, Microsoft Word. If you use Pages for some reason, Export to Word is an option, and any other word processor should be able to save stuff as Word. So this is how you save it. I want you to have a saved copy of everything because it's easy to make backups if you have saved copies. So how do you actually submit it? Go to our Blackboard page, find the appropriate week. For our case, week 2.2 is when you turn in the narrative essay. Click on Narrative Essay Submission. Incidentally, when we talk about our papers, and this will come up again, all parts of the major assignment are required. You must participate in pre-writing in order to participate in peer review. And you have to participate in peer review in order to submit the essay. All this stuff is required. Back to how you turn it in. Once you click on Narrative Essay Submission, a screen will open up on your window that looks like this. Click on View Instructions, and you'll get a box that looks like this. I'll give you some basic instructions, the assessment due date, how many attempts you have, blah, blah, blah. In order to turn in this assignment, you can either click on the attachment icon, which will bring up your standard how you attach any file, or you can just drag and drop your file into the message box. Once you do all this, once it's fully uploaded, please remember to hit submit. If you don't hit submit, then you really haven't submitted your paper, and I can't grade it, and you can't get the points. Question 3. What size type font must you use on your essays? Talked about this a second ago, but it's Times New Roman. Times New Roman is a universal default font. It is what most people expect to see. Not only Times New Roman, we expect to see double-spaced 1-inch margins. Full details are available if you go to Getting Started, which looks kind of like this. You get course documents and resources. Click on Resources, and the top resource is MLA Formatting and Style Guide from Purdue OWL. They're the online writing lab. They're one of the old school original online writing resources. Click on this and it'll take you to the Purdue OWL website. Click on MLA General Format, and it takes you to this page which spells out everything you need to know about how a paper should look. If you scroll to the bottom of it, they even give you an example of what the first page of your paper should look like. Question 4. What must you do to revise a graded essay? I offer revision on your first 3 papers. I don't on the 4th because it's due right at the end of class, and I only got a couple days turnaround to get the things graded, but we'll talk more about that as you go along. If you want to revise a paper, I spell it out in the major assignment sheet exactly what I'm looking for. Basically, this boils down to you have to talk to me. We can set up an online chat. You tell me what you want to fix about the paper, and then I will let you fix it. As long as you get it in by the revision deadline, I will grade it, and I will give you the better of the 2 grades. And if you have questions about this specifically, talk to me. Question 5. What sources are specifically forbidden for academic essays? Well, Wikipedia is forbidden, not because it's not good. Wikipedia is really good, actually. And they are very, very definite about making sure all the information is good and verifiable. The problem with Wikipedia is the same problem you have with something like Webster's Dictionary, Encyclopedia Britannica, dictionary.com, ask.com or such, is that they're general level reference sources. We want to move towards more specialized, more professional, more academic research in here. And we'll talk more about this when we get closer to the research paper, but I'm also, again, happy to talk to you at any point in time to suggest better sources. Question 6. What is the name of our text? In this class, we are using 50 Essays, a portable anthology. Please make sure you get the 7th edition because there are some essays in the 7th edition that are not in previous essays, and I want to make sure that you have the right one. This is, as textbooks go, fairly cheap, fairly affordable, reasonable, and the stuff in here is pretty good. Get it as soon as you possibly can because we're starting with it right away. I did put PDFs of the first 2 essays up on Blackboard, but beyond that, you're responsible for getting them all. So get a copy. Question 7. To how many student essays must you respond on peer review sessions? We'll have peer review sessions for each of our essays. And when you get to them, well, the syllabus spells out a little bit and there's more information on the assignment sheet. Before submitting your major assignments for evaluation, you will share and review drafts with your fellow students via the Blackboard discussion board with a name towards revision. When you go to the assignment sheet for more details, it will tell you you're going to respond to 2 of your fellow students' work. How we officially do this is go to Blackboard, look for where we have the peer review sessions. For the narrative essay, which is due on week 2.2, we have a peer review on week 2.1. It's not available in this preview because you'd have to submit the pre-writing before you can do the peer review session. But I do have a full set of instructions from UT Online. Click on here, it will walk you through with screenshots exactly how to do a peer review session. Question 8. When is the MLA documentation quiz? We use MLA as our documentation standard. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to that. But if you go to the course schedule, which is at the end of the syllabus, MLA documentation quiz is in week 5.2, and any work that's due in week 5.2 will be due at 5 o'clock that last day. So it will be due June 14th. The next week we will have a video going over the MLA documentation quiz. And this is one of these things you're going to see a lot on Blackboard, is that if we have a video going over something we did the week before, you're going to have to do the thing the week before. You're not going to get to see the MLA quiz overview video until you do the MLA documentation quiz, which kind of makes a little bit of sense, huh? Question 9. How long must reading reactions be? Whenever we read something from 50 essays, you're going to have to respond in writing with your thoughts. And this is spelled out in the syllabus again. You will react in writing based off discussion questions to each assigned reading, and you will post your reaction to Blackboard. Your responses need to be at least 200 words apiece. Format your reactions according to MLA guidelines, save them as Word documents, and submit them via Blackboard. And before you start panicking about this, 200 words apiece is less than 1 page double-spaced. If you read the article and then immediately sit down and answer the questions, write your reaction, it shouldn't take you very long at all to do this. And plus, writing after you read something is just a good idea because it makes sure that you're working out your thoughts. Writing does that a lot. Writing is helping you crystallize your thoughts and getting them down in a way you can communicate. These are going to be graded. You did it or you didn't do it. Put some level of thought into it. You'll be fine. You'll get the points. Question 10. How much does your textual analysis essay count towards your final course grade? Well, again, the syllabus tells you everything, and there is a table that outlines how much everything is worth. We work on a 1,000-point system in this class. The textual analysis essay is worth 150 of those points. If you want to know how the point breakdown translates into letter grade, we also have a grading scale breakdown. Comp 1 at University of Toledo is an ABC no-credit course, so you need to get at least a C in this class, 73%. If you do not, then your grade will be recorded as no credit, NC. A no credit will not affect your GPA, and when you take and pass Comp 1, it doesn't even stay on your record. But you have to pass Comp 1 with at least a C before we'll allow you on to Comp 2. And now that we've talked about the syllabus, you know everything. That's a pretty good feeling, isn't it? I think so. I hope you do too. So that's the syllabus quiz. Hopefully you did well, but if you didn't, just reread everything. Make sure you get a good grasp on what we're doing in here. If you have any questions as you go along, please look at the syllabus first. I'm more than happy to answer anything that comes up, but if you know the syllabus, you're going to get most of those answers. I'll see you next time.